I'm attempting to make Vietnamese pho for the very first time. Here are all the ingredients I've gathered. To achieve that rich pho broth, I'm using beef bones, beef shanks, and beef ribs. I also purchased a special stock pot to make my pho. First step is to thoroughly wash the meat and bones, and we'll go ahead and get them in a pot and get them started boiling. I'm filling the water to the brim because I want the water to cover the meat so that they can boil thoroughly. Next, I'm going to char my onions and ginger on broil in the oven. Now that my meat has been boiling for about 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and pour off the water, wash and clean my bones really good and my meat. And then we're going to start a fresh pot of water. Also wash the pot out so we have a clean pot. We're going to get that meat back in the pot. Next, I'm going to toast my seasoning and aromatics. So I just want to toast the whole entire bag. There is a bag inside to add the seasoning back. So once they get nice and toasty and brown, I'm going to go ahead and add them to the bag and tie the bag off. To season our pot, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of salt, 3 rocks sugar, and then we're going to go in with our onion and our ginger that we roasted in the oven. Then add our seasoning bag with our aromatics and spices right in the pot. One of the keys to attaining a clear broth is to go ahead and scoop out the gunk that comes on top. You don't want that in your broth. You want your broth as clear as possible. Now I'm going to go in with some pho soup base. I found that at the Oriental Market as well. Then some fish sauce seasoned to your liking. They say pho should simmer for about 12 hours, minimum 8, but I only had about 6 hours to get it done. We've achieved a rich, delicious broth. Time to assemble our bowl. All right, here are all of our toppings, including some thin sliced beef, our cilantro, we have lime, we have green onions, and we have some rice noodles. All you have to do is dip them in hot water. And so we're going to go in with our bean sprout, our red onions, we'll add our cilantro, we also have some basil, we have our thin sliced beef, and we have some lime. So we're going to go in with all of our toppings. And then once we have everything assembled, we're going to go ahead and pour in our broth. I must say this was the fun part for me. I think it's so cool to pour hot broth over all that goodness and let it seep and just penetrate all of those beautiful, beautiful toppings. I'm also adding some chili oil and also some hoisin sauce. Now, some people say do not add hoisin and chili oil to your actual bowl, put it on the side. But this was my first time, so I didn't know. I added it right in and thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Maybe next time I'll put it all on the side so I can maintain that beautiful broth.
All right, first bite. First, let's taste the broth. Yummy, very rich, delicious. And let's try some noodles. Now, don't laugh at my chopstick usage. Delicious. I don't believe I made this. Let's take another noodle. Delicious. And a bite of the beef. Yummy. It's delicious, flavorful. The depth of flavor is there. Tastes authentic, homemade. 10 out of 10.
Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen today. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe and drop a comment. What dish should I take on next?